What is Tableau Prep? Well, it says prep in the name, and actually it is what it does. Tableau Prep is a tool to prepare your data. And I know most of you who have joined the session work with data on a daily basis, and they do know that data is not always perfect the way it comes to them. Tableau, in that sense, is a sort of ETL tool, which will allow you to connect to your data, apply some transformations to it, and then go to Tableau and start visualizing. So the screen we are looking at now is the opening screen. What is there to see? When you open Tableau Prep, you will see the flows you have opened recently, together with a few sample flows. Now, when you start working, you can continue working on an existing flow, but most of the time, you will always start by connecting to the data. We will discuss that in a minute. If you're new to Tableau and Tableau Prep, you need to be aware that the online community of Tableau is very big. That also means that there are a lot of resources available for self-study and continuing learning after today. As you can see, when opening Tableau Prep, you can go and learn from videos online. They also have these nice documents available on how to start with Tableau Prep. And there are quite a few blogs around on how to work with Tableau. Another thing, Tableau Prep comes for free with a Tableau desktop license. So if you have a Tableau desktop license, you are capable of installing Tableau on your computer yourself. However, it is a separate install. So it's not the same program. It's two different software. So you can recognize it on the fact that the official Tableau desktop logo is the white with the blue pluses. And for Tableau Prep, it is a blue with white pluses. All right, let's start. So as I said, Tableau Prep is made for those cases where you want to connect to data and do some transformations to your data before you start visualizing. So I'm going to start by clicking on the top left on Connect to Data. Those who work with Tableau Desktop today will recognize a lot of parallel connections there. Tableau is known for being very versatile in the context that it allows you to connect to a wide variety of data sources. Also in Tableau Prep, they are structured the way they are in Tableau Desktop. The most famous ones you see here at the top, and then all the server connections underneath it. All of you work with Microsoft Excel files. Most of you work with CSV files, so you can connect it to a text file. The statistical file means .SPSS or SAS files. You can connect to them as well. But then in most companies, if you really connect to your BI or IT infrastructure, you will be using the server connections. As there are the Amazon connections, for example, Box for file sharing, you can connect to it. Dropbox, familiar for most of them. You can even connect to Google Drive if your company or yourself, you make and store your data files, be it Excel, text files, etc., on a Google Drive. You can connect to it. Microsoft SQL, Snowflake, Spark, Teradata. And even if you don't see the connection available here, you could try and make an ODBC connection, which is very handy as well. At the very end, we will discuss another thing. Imagine that you want to connect to a connection which isn't listed here. There might be solutions to that as well. But first of all, let's start by connecting to some data. For the first example, I will connect to a Microsoft Excel. I will first start with giving you an overview about how the interface looks and behaves like, And then we will jump into real life cases about how you could treat your data in Tableau Prep. So here on my desktop, I have one of these typical export files you might be working with. I click open. What just happened? In the top left, you see that Tableau has made a connection to the Excel file, which is on my desktop. If the Excel file would have multiple tabs, they would be shown here. But let me quickly go back to give you an idea about the data we are working with. So we are connecting to a little file which contains 4 fields: a customer ID, a product name, a price or a sales price, and the country. In a later exercise, we will be combining them, but for now, let's explore how you can deal with your data in Tableau Prep. If there's only one tab in your Excel file, Tableau will automatically add the first tab in your view.